Hello, welcome back to another Photoshop video. So I'm going to start this video by looking at this bricks layer here we've got. And what I want to do is, firstly, I want to look at the layers panel. You see this box is very small. We go here and we go to the panel options button here. We can increase the size, and that just makes it a little bit easier to see. Now with backgrounds, you tend to want to actually convert them to regular layers. So you just double click and press OK. And you can also double click there and we can make bricks. Now, if you wanted to create a layer underneath, which we do in this case, see if we do this, it's going to create a layer above. So if we hold down Control and then press this button, it creates a layer below. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide this layer. We're going to choose the gradient tool. And we're going to go for basics. We're going to go black to white. We're going to make sure that our reverse the gradient colors is on. We're going to go for a radial gradient. And then we're just going to simply drag from here to here. That creates that. And we're going to turn the bricks layer back on. Now, and then we're going to go back to the bricks layer here and just do a little something there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we want to have a background on the left and then some images, borders, and all sorts of things there. So we're going to select our image. All right, so I've got this image I want to use here. So let's use this as the main image in the picture. And what I'd like to do is just take a look at the image size. And I want essentially the height to be 1080, so it will, completely line up there. All right, that's good. And we can press Control 0, make it bigger. Just maybe one Control minus as well to get that size. So what we're going to do is I'll take our marquee tool, and we're just going to maybe not make it, just get rid of a little bit of the right-hand side. So width of about 980, that's fine. And we can go to Image, we can go to Crop, we can do Control, and we can do paste. We'll put it in, back to the move tool, and we put that in there. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to get a couple more images as well. So we have a cornflower and a buttercup, which fortunately are right next to each other. And I want these to be about 350 each. So I'm just going to do a rough crop. I want it to be fairly square in nature. So something like that maybe will be okay. And we can just do a crop. And then with this, again, fairly square in nature, and with a crop. And then we want both of these to be about 350. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to go 350, tab, 350, Control 0. And then again, we're going to do image size, 350, 350, Control 0. And then the other way, of course, to move the files along is just go to the Move tool and just put it in there. And we want the buttercup in there as well. So put that in. All right, so you can see we've got a couple of layers. Let's make sure we've got our labeling done. So hills. All right, so we've got our images there in position. Now, let's take a look at the cornflower to start with. So with the cornflower, for instance, if you want to actually select the cornflower, even though I've got the layer selected, it's not selected. If you press Control, you notice when I press Control, this happens. It means that we can select that like that. So what that means is if I do, say, a new layer, and then I do Edit, and then Stroke, so we want to have that border, 19 pixels on the outside, press OK, it's going to create that border there, right? So what I can then do is I can actually go to the menu here and duplicate the layer. And so with this copy, I can just essentially drag this one, and that will be able to go right around that one. Okay, so that is going to be that one, right? So what I could then do, for instance, is I could combine these two. And the way to do that is go down here, merge layers. And then we can combine these two. Merge layers. Control E. And then we can say, well, this is going to be the cornflower. This is going to be the buttercup. All right, so that's one way. We'll press Control D, deselect everything. Now we could do another layer here above the bricks. And what we could do in here is we could do a selection. So we'll do a selection of, let's actually maybe do like quite a big rectangle. I'm kind of interested to see what will happen if we do this. So then we're going to do another gradient. And this time I wanted to go for I think it was blue 30. Let's try blue 27. Why not? And we'll try this one. And I wanted to go from green to blue, so I think that should be. Try something like that. Just lower the opacity. One final thing we could also do is just put these two together, do a new group, flowers, and there you go. So that just helps to organize things a little bit better. So yeah, that is essentially one way that you could organize like a Photoshop file. So thanks for watching.